We're back with part 2, Receiver of Friends from Afar. Let's see what is it all about today. Last time we already got Lini, Lynette, and Fremine, which is interesting. Now I'm curious about this part 2. Who is it gonna be?
Morning. The boss tells me that both new and returning customers have nothing but good things to say about you.
Which? Oh, yesterday?
I have to admit, I was a little worried about throwing you right into the deep end. But it looks like you've got what it takes to handle the day-to-day here.
Amon is literally traumatized and PTSD.
So it should be plain sailing. Well, just as long as we don't run into any extremely picky customers with unreasonably specific requests.
Well, talk about the devil.
Oh, have you had someone like that before?
Of course. The worst are those old scholars who have barely cooked a day in their life, but think reading a stack of books on the topic makes them the expert.
Dang! I love how they show Faruzan cute and everything, and then the character is saying all of this stuff.
They criticize you for no reason, claiming your cooking method isn't faithful to the original, or that the flavor profile isn't authentic because you used an ingredient that wasn't in their beloved centuries-old version of the recipe.
That's funny, isn't it? Uh-oh.
This is Wang Shuin. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment.
I know that voice. That's not a good voice.
Oh, innkeeper! We'll have each of your signature dishes, please, as fast as you can serve them. The most expensive ones.
Why do everybody just keep winking? What is going on?
Faruzan! Oops, Madam Faruzan.
Yeah.
Oh my! Traveler, Paimon, whatever are you doing here? We could ask you the same thing! Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most expensive things on the menu?
Oh yeah, that's a great point. I forgot. Okay, what happened?
I'm not here to sightsee. Exemplary scholars like myself are highly sought after by cruise operators in need of an onboard consultant as they travel the world.
Ah, she is not alone.
Madam Faruzan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night.
Wait, what?
How come Madam Faruzan still has so much energy? If she's really over 100 years old, I don't understand how she keeps going.
Well, what happened to them last night?
It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying the expenses.
So, anybody care to explain? Also, I see Dori, so that's what happened to money.
Layla! And Dori? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
It's an interesting one. Faruzan and Layla make sense. Dori, kind of out of nowhere. Why don't you all take a seat and catch your breath and, I don't know, tell a story? Even though it's not nighttime, it's daytime, it's just open, I think.
Temporary chef, huh? Wow. No rest for the wicked. Well, if the chef here is trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some authentic Liyue specialties. So, why are you all in Liyue again? Something about being an onboard consultant? I got my hands on a new boat from Fontaine a while ago, equipped with cutting-edge navigation technology. If we manage to spread the word, it could have huge business potential.
I see.
Right now, we're doing some test runs. We sailed from Port Ormos to Rito, then from Rito to Liyue Harbor. Next, we're planning to go to Dornman Port. Oh, Madame Faruzan and me were hired to fine-tune the compass and other equipment. We sailed around the Sea of Clouds all of last night to put the system through some stress testing.
That sounds like illegal overtime. Did you at least get pay?
Overtime for which they'll both be fairly compensated. They're both here willingly. The contract is crystal clear on that.
Gotcha, cause if you don't pay, you are gonna go to a court of Fontaine.
You really cover all your bases, don't you? Let Paimon guess. Paying the expenses is part of the compensation, isn't it? No wonder Madame Faruzan is going for all the most expensive dishes. It's not every day someone tells you to order whatever you like. Now, first up, we'll have the... Faruzan,
Madam Faruzan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive does not always mean best.
I love the double wing. Okay. Why are there a lot of winking in the game? What is going on?
I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least the foreseeable future.
Not gonna lie, at first I thought it's only a, like in game story, but in real life, if you just go too much, just sailing too much, that is actually true. You no longer wanna eat any type of seafood. Literally.
That's actually a good point.
Literally. I thought at first it was like in game stuff. No, it's real. It's real.
Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger.
I think she already did. Also, probably. Wait, are we gonna meet the other Layla instead?
Huh? Oh, that's not because of hunger.
That's because of tired.
Surely the wise and virtuous Madame Faruzan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and waste away.
Dori is trying to persuade, so money safe.
Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but why do I feel like I'm being tricked?
Because you are? I don't know.
So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, traveler.
I was expecting a wing that's like, just make it cheap, please.
No seafood and nothing that takes too long to cook. The rest is up to you.
I mean, you guys don't need to go, right? Just like sit down, take a rest, eat. So,
I had my eye on Adeptus Temptation, bamboo shoot soup, and golden shrimp balls. But I suppose they'll have to wait for the next time. But that could be years from now.
Aww, Madame Faruzan looks so deflated all of a sudden. Please still try to choose dishes on the expensive side, okay?
Not the delicious side, the expensive side. Okay, gotcha. That's interesting. Also, Adeptus Temptation. That's interesting one. I actually expecting another 5 stars food, but I guess there's none. Alrighty.
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much our entire menu. Do these people get a kick out of being impossible to please?
No, they're good people. Well, Layla is. Dori, dependable person, if you like her. And if she likes you. Who knows?
Ugh, that Dori! Is she doing this on purpose?
I bet more that she is.
This isn't Lioli Pavilion or Xinhua Kiosk. This is Wangshu Inn. We don't stock up on rare and exotic ingredients. We only get them in if someone puts in a special reservation.
I guess Dori know about that.
Well, if we're stuck with regular ingredients and we're on a time limit, there's only one way to bump up the price. And that's by cooking a dish that uses the chef's expertise and creativity to the fullest.
Limit edition food, gotcha.
As it happens, I know a recipe for something called trembling strings and rushing reeds. It can be whipped up quickly with what we already have in the kitchen. 1 plate usually goes for 30,000 mora.
Not gonna lie, it probably sounds expensive, but since I got like, 20 million, 40 million, yeah.
30,000? But if it's quick to make and isn't fancy, what exactly makes it so special?
The friend you found along the way, yep.
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. To perfect this dish, you need expert knife work and very precise control over the heat. You have to finely slice several different types of meat into fine threads, knead them together into strips, then gently stir-fry them in the pan. What you end up with is a whole variety of flavors that come through layer by layer. This dish is unique in offering a harmonious blend of multiple kinds of meat, all cooked to perfection,
Yep, I'm
while
hungry.
still bursting
Well.
with their own distinct flavors.
The explanation actually sounds more delicious than the thing, I think.
Do it right, and you've got a culinary masterpiece in your hands. But if you botch it, it's just a bunch of meat thrown on a plate.
I mean, it is still a food, no?
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef's expertise!
Didn't he just say that? Didn't he just say that a moment ago? Did you just repeat him? Do you think I'll be able to pull it off?
Nah, don't worry. I can take care of the kneading and other prep work for you. You just focus on bringing it all together.
Is that okay?
Believe in yourself. You can do this! And if you mess it up, Paimon will still be happy to eat it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just delicious, not gonna look good, I suppose, so you can still eat it. Alright, at least no food go to trash can or bin, right?
Legend has it that a master chef once made this dish from 5 different kinds of meat. It speaks to my lack of skill that I can only handle 3.
I mean, 5 different kind of meat. You got like what, 100 different type of meats in the world, so that's normal. You got fish meat, you got, you know, a lot. I have no idea which one, but a lot. Alright, let's see. 3 kind. Start from up. I still like this. Okay, let's see. We got step prepping, as always. This part is the easiest one. I was hoping we chop more. Okay, that feels backward. Why do we chop this more, but the other one only twice? Okay, that's easy. The holding one's still gonna be the hardest one. I wonder how many times can you fail this? Let me see. I feel like this is entire different game. Alright. There you go. Oh wait, it's been... I definitely... Oh, there's an attempt fell there, gotcha. I didn't see, but on the space bar there's like crystal. Right, next one. I wanna see how does it look like. Make it as luxurious as possible. Okay. What? Wait, what? It kind of go up all the way. I didn't even... that... I'll pretend that look delicious. Yes. Luxurious looking... yes, but of course. Guess I like this plate the most. Alright, we're done. Does that look good or what? Chance complete, trembling string, and rushing something. Okay, let me exit now.
Food's ready! Please enjoy!
Ooh, smells delightful.
Oh, we meant to ask, have you 2 eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table?
I hope you're not asking for a discount after this.
Did Dori just offer us a free meal? When did she become so generous?
She's not, she's trying to fool you.
Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on, sit down and join us. Everyone, dig in.
Something feel off, and yeah.
This dish looks simple enough, and I did my research, so surely it can't cost all that much. Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000 mora?
Well, that's funny, isn't it? There's 1 more 0 and 3 instead of 1.
This dish had better be worth working overtime all night for. Well, traveler, this is the moment of truth.
Oh, so tired. So sleepy. I just want to eat up and get to bed.
Oh, Layla. Anyway, let's see.
Is this foul? Oh, wait. No, the texture is more like shroom boar.
There's a different flavor in every bite. And the discerning palate might detect a hint of something smoked, too. Quite marvelous. How is this made?
Well, it's the smokiness from the ham. That was my addition, apparently.
Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Haha! So you've noticed. Yep, every single strip is kneaded from several different kinds of meat. Paimon and Yanxiao put in a lot of effort to make it just right.
Wait, Paimon help?
So I'm not an expert or anything, but don't different meats have different cooking times? How is everything in this dish cooked to perfection?
Well, that's the thing that make this expensive.
Well, you see, um, that's a trade secret.
I like this preview. I love how like both of them are staring at you. It's just a matter of practice, you know. I know some special cooking techniques.
Wow. So this dish really is one of a kind. That makes the whole trip worth it. By the way, does this special dish have a name?
Obviously.
Paimon forgot to mention that part. The dish is called Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, alluding to the way that the different threads of meat are woven together. And also,
The complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble? The name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Leo idiom that evokes a vigorous orchestral performance featuring both stringed and wind instruments playing together. Quite an apt name for this dish.
Okay.
how did you know all that?
Every student has to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
Ah.
Wait, is that not a requirement anymore?
No, it's not. Let alone 20. I'm pretty sure people only learn like 2 or 3 even. Or 1.
Huh? Oh, that used to be a thing?
I'm more surprised that that is a thing.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot that you're also from Harabatat.
So, anyway, how much does this dish cost?
And not that expensive. It's only, hear me out here.
Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be 30,000 more, please and thank you.
Put on his face. Please and thank you. Come, money.
30,000?
Come on. Is she about to pass out?
About that, Paimon, traveler, I merely invited you to join us at the table, did I not? I don't believe I committed to paying for you.
Yep, I kind of figured this about to happen.
So, perhaps we could split the bill accordingly?
Nope.
Oh, Paimon knew it was too good to be true.
I mean, I already know this is gonna be the case. 30,000 more surely isn't an outrageous amount for the most magnanimous Lord Sengamale, right? I'll tell the boss we should be able to do a 20% discount. Nope.
Yeah, as a famous merchant, you've got a reputation to uphold.
You wanna hear like somebody asking for discount?
But every single mora matters, you know?
Well, do every single reputation not matters then?
All right. I'll just consider that the cost of learning about this dish. Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. And then I'll make it all back.
I'm sure. Surely there's a master chef there, right? Okay. That's interesting. We did it.
I feel so much better now that I've gotten some food in me. Delicious food really does wonders for one's spirits.
I should never thought you'd take on such strenuous work. What happened?
My advisor said that young people shouldn't stay cooped up in the academia all the time.
Ah,
They told me that I should take the chance to get out and see the stars in other skies.
gotcha. So, stop playing a game in your house. Go stab some grass. Stab some what? Touch.
Maybe I can think of it as my first internship experience.
Intern?
But it sure is exhausting.
She's actually making me yawning as well. Gosh darn it. She's becoming an intern. Alright, Dori, are you okay? You probably is not okay.
Now, how should I justify a high price tag for a dish without any fancy ingredients? Maybe start by giving it a fancy sounding name?
It might work, who knows. By the way, that whole spiel about no seafood and not, taking too long to cook. Be honest, you choose Wang Shu in to try and save money, didn't you?
I should have known you'd see through me.
It's kind of obvious Wang Shun is not, like a special fancy restaurant?
Everyone was exhausted and seasick when I made the offer last night, so I figured they probably wouldn't be able to eat all that much today. Well, you saw how that turned out.
Dory, they are also my friends, so
I tried placing some limitations on the order to keep costs under control, but you still found a way around my schemes.
it's called karma.
That's what I get for not thoroughly researching the market beforehand.
Hey, you're not even paying those too much of a salary. Just treat them fairly next time and don't be so stingy.
Dang, yeah, I agree with this. You're one to talk, Paimon. You freeload whenever you get a chance, by the way.
Well, yeah, but that's why Paimon's qualified to talk about this.
That's a thing? It worked like that? Okay. Okay, I see. Interesting. I love how they've always put two characters outside, one standing, one sitting, and then one inside.
Even though I didn't get to try Adeptus Temptation or Bamboo Shoot Soup, this trembling strings and rushing reeds was still quite impressive. Thank you for making it.
Sure, also for the temptation, I really hope I can just create it for her. I never thought you'd take a job away from, any ruins.
Well, about that, even though newfangled contraptions are hardly my cup of tea, Dori's offer was quite enticing.
Be careful, Dory's got a quite of the thing.
She said that every time we stopped at a new harbor, I'd be free to go and pick out some ancient books at the market and bring them back to Sumeru.
Oh, I see. She probably also planned to not go anywhere that got ancient book, by the way.
I couldn't resist an offer like that. So I offered to join for the lowest possible pay to undercut all my Ksharawar competitors.
I see. I hope it went good. Knowing Dory, Dory is probably, going to some place where there's no ancient book at all.
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you.
It's like saying, you can read whatever book you want, but at the same time you're going to a restaurant, not a library. So, Anyway, you and Paimon flat out till closing time serving countless customers. I see. So that's the end of third days. Okay. With that being said, subscribe with the like button. There you go. Follow me, and that's the end of this part. Goodbye. That's cool.